I can turn it off. Go, prelude away.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome inside the Greenfoot Energy Center in Bedford, home of Game 3, best 2 of 3, Cape Breton Blizzard, and your Metro West Force Red. Metro traveled to Dominion, Cape Breton last weekend, came up on the short end of a 1-0 double overtime victory by the Blizzard. And Cape Breton's traveled to Metro this weekend. So yesterday, Metro was able to turn the tables and came up on the right side of a 4-1 victory. And we are down to this game here. Winner moves on to provincials, hosted in Kentville at the end of March, last weekend of March. And unfortunately, the losing team sees their season come to a halt. So wherever you're watching this morning, we hope you're having a good Sunday. Sit back, relax, enjoy the game, and make sure to send your good vibes to Metro Red as they finish their warm-ups here. About a minute 30 away from starting. I highly doubt the coaches on either side had to come up with a long motivational speech this morning, as the girls team fired up, ready to go. As you see, Metro picking up the pucks. We'll get in their circle, their final huddle before puck drop. Bailey Nash has been lights out the whole year. She's been on absolute fire since Christmas time. You see her out at center ice getting into her pregame ritual. She played a whale of a game last night, and I'm sure she's dialed in again this morning. Here we go, and you hear our camera guy, Roy, is shooting from behind the Metro Red parents and friends and family. They're directly in front of us. They are armed with noisemakers. They were loud and proud last night. Looking to do the same again today. As we get ready, we're playing 2 15s and a 20. And starting for Red today, on defense, played a great game last night. Number 10, Kira Carver, with her partner, Noelle. On the back end, And up front, Ryan steps to center ice, skates to center ice with on her wing, Molly James, and I believe Gwyneth LeBlanc. Here we go. Okay, Breton gets control off the face-off. I'll do my best when the puck's on the other side of the rink. Okay, Breton starting their big line as well, and of note, number 79 on defense, who always seems to factor in, so I'm sure the girls are well aware. Got a good skater and a great shot. We got Kira with the puck from behind her net. Up to Gwyneth. Gwyneth with her head up. Up to Ryan. Turnover in the neutral zone. And Kay Breton looks to get control again. A little confusion at the bench there. And the girls will need a few minutes here to settle into the game. Sophie with a pass across to Isla Eddy, who had a snipe last night. Great shot for one of the goals at St. Mary's last night. She's got the puck now. Over to Sophie. Sophie with her head up. And out we come. Kaylee tries to get to it. Lines are changing quickly. And Kay Breton with the control to the point, and that will squibble out. Why'd they whistle? And looks like offside somehow. And we'll have a reset. No doubt a little bit of jitters in the opening minutes. It'll take a few minutes to kind of settle into the game once the girls realize that it's another hockey game. Page over to Andrienne. Andrienne back to Page. Page, and they break out of the zone here. Here comes Isla Parrott. Off the boards, and she decides to pursue. She's got the puck again. And Kay Breton gets it back, and they skate out. Three of them. Dumps it in deep, and Andrienne will be back to get that for Red. Side of the net. And M will get there first. Red did a good job of battling last night. And they'll look to be first to the puck this morning. Red here having a little hard time getting out of the zone. As Page looks to regroup. Kay Breton keeps it in again. Page, the board battle here. Brooklyn's in there. She had a goal last night, and Andrienne gets the puck. And up to Isla. And that puck is still not out of the zone. Down the other side. And finally, Ryan. And it's still in again, and Page decides to shoot it up, and we've got a line change. A little scrambly to start here on both sides. And we're down to 11:45 in the first period. Face off deep in Kay Breton's zone. Metro's able to get the first goal last night. That's a huge bonus if you can do so. I'm sure they'll be looking to do the same today. Set the tone as we have the Ryan line out. Molly is on her flank. The other side is Gwyneth, Kira, and Noelle on defense. Kira's on the left side. There's a pass up the middle. And Kira and Noelle team up to thwart that rush. And there you see that off balance, nice shot by 79. She's on the ice, so you have to be aware of her. Gwyneth with a nice pass. Okay, Breton gets possession back. Up the middle, but Isla sees that, and she tries to go through the seam, and it'll go in deep. And hit the lines person. And Kay Breton comes back the other way. Sophie O'Connell is back. She's got her head up the whole time. Over to her partner, Isla. Isla with a nice little deke. And that's the right idea. Good try to pass it up to Kaylee Munden, who was streaking up the middle. That'll go for icing, and we will come back down towards Bailey Nash. On the ice for Metro, we've Natalie DeBay center. We've got Sawyer Malloy and Kaylee Munden. Sophie O'Connell and Isla Eddy on defense. Natalie's a strong two-way player. She did a great game last night as well. Draw comes back to the Cape Breton point. Behind the net, Sophie and Isla are taking care of business back there. A little block. And Sophie will get that out for Metro. Cape Breton circles back, and down they come again. Page on the ice now. Nice pass. I believe Natalie. Yes. And intercepted by Cape Breton. Andréane is back for the puck now. She sees two forecheckers coming in. Battling for the puck. Natalie comes in to help out on the boards. And finally, Sawyer gets it, and out they come. Trying to get the puck deep. And that's stopped at the blue line. And Cape Breton decides to do the same. Will get the puck in deep. Page with a little bit of time. She has a look around, and she might go for a little skate. Up to Sawyer, and her time is up. Line change down, so we've got M. Vandemer, Brooklyn Boudreau, and we've got Isla Parrott as Noelle comes back to touch the puck. Brooklyn rushes it up through the neutral zone, but she's going to get it in deep as M comes in to apply a little pressure. Cape Breton back with the puck, and that is going to go the length of the ice for icing. 8 minutes, 52 seconds left in the first period. Both sides are settling in slowly into the game. Roy's decked out in his Metro West gear this morning, full baseball hat, sweatshirt, showing his support. As we've got a battle on the boards here. Sophie came in to help out, and Cape Breton, I believe, is going to come up, yes, with the puck. Isla over to Sophie. Sophie back to Isla's side. She has a look. And it's turned over to Cape Breton. Both sides know what's at stake this morning. So there's a little bit of nerves on both teams. As Sophie turns around net, and she sees a little bit of open ice, and off she goes. Here comes Soph up the left side. Loses the puck in the corner, but Gwyneth is there to bail her out. Kaylee to the other side. The puck in deep here. And Cape Breton gets it back, and out they come. Sawyer just hopped onto the ice. And she is in it to win it this morning. That's onside, so here comes Sawyer. Shot towards the net. There's another shot. Cape Breton goalies have not given up many rebounds. Here's a shot on net by Andréane, and that's kicked out. And down the Metro side we go. Page reverses. And around the net comes Sawyer. Sawyer loses an edge. And we have our first penalty by the sounds of the noisemakers. That is going to go against Cape Breton. So I lose sight of the play depending where we're at in the rink. I believe Sawyer was upended. So Metro Red will have his first power play of the day. We're just under 7 minutes in the first period. Back to the point to Kira. Kira sees Noel. Noel patiently. Back to Kira. Sizing it up. Got a little time and space. She decides to go back. Kira can unload. When she's got time and space, it's over to the other side. Gwyneth on the half boards. Kira back to Gwyneth. Over in the corner to Ryan. Back to Kira. So the girls are looking to come to the net soon. There's a shot. Gwyneth gets her own rebound. Over to Kira. Here's a shot. A lot of traffic in front of the net. Noel deep in the corner to get the puck. And Kay Breton's going to intercept. And it'll be all the way down to Bailey. Kira comes down and circles back. She's got some people open on her left. That's where she'll go. Noel now. Back in the corner. And we got a forechecker from Kay Breton doing a good job on Noel. But Noel, insistent on getting the puck. And she's got that up to Kaylee Munden. Kaylee, very strong player, cutting to the net. Here's a shot. Another shot. And there's a save. No rebound by the Kay Breton goalie. Metro getting their first quality chances on the net. Last night we had a couple of garbage goals and a couple of straight-in shots. So girls will be looking to crash the net, get those juicy rebounds. So on the ice, we've got Sawyer, we've got Kaylee, and there's face-off. It's won by Metro, and back to the point. They're looking to get it back to the point. Battle on the sideboards here. Here's a chance for Paige. Paige got it. Deflected. Paige got a nice shot. It was the right idea. Back to the point. Here's Isla. You know, she's ready and willing and able to shoot it if she's got an opening, but she doesn't. Goes deep in the corner. And Sawyer looks for Isla as the penalty comes to a close. The Kay Breton player skates back onto the ice. We're 5-on-5. Metro looking to keep the pressure on. Isla, dipsy-doodling. Here's a shot. And no rebound by the Kay Breton goalie. Nice save to keep it at 0. We're down to 4:47 in the first period. On the ice, on the backside, we've got Sophie O'Connell and Andréane. And up front, we got Brooklyn's line, I believe, with M and Isla. As Isla looks to get it back to Sophie. And that'll come all the way down behind Bailey as Andréane is there. Pass it over to Sophie. And we're going to try to go the other side. Oh, back to Sophie. Those strong sticks in front of the net. Puck doesn't get through. Now it does. To the corner it goes. Isla's in there. And we go back to the point. Kay Breton with a little bit of sustained pressure here on the cycle. Isla's going to pick that up. Intercepted. And Sophie's got it. Oh, and that's cleared. And there'll be a line change. Out comes Noel and Kira, along with Gwyneth, Molly, James, and Ryan Whitehead. Gwyneth down the left side. She looks for the streaking player down the middle. That's intercepted by Kay Breton, and down the ice they come. But Ryan is having none of that. What a great check by Ryan. His strong game last night as well. With a goal and 2 assists. And I believe a penalty as well. So she was in all aspects of the game. We've got it control in the corner. As we've got Gwyneth, I believe, with Ryan working the boards. Here's a pass out front. Shot! That was way wide. And Kay Breton gets a hold of it. Noel, before changing up, decides to put it in deep. And we got a full-scale change for red. Sawyer Malloy, Kaylee Munden, and Natalie DeBay. As Isla Eddy circles back, she sees some ice. So off she goes down the left side. And with a nice little deke behind the net. She's got her head up the whole time. She's looking around for an open pair. She did something similar last night. Still looking for an open player. And eventually, the Breton player gets control. Sophie comes over to recoup the puck. Isla come off for a change, and on comes Paige with Sophie O'Connell. Sophie with the puck. And it's rimmed around Bailey. Recouped by Paige Devon below us here, and she sees a little opening and a nice pass to Natalie. Just beyond her reach. We are nearing 2 minutes left in the first period. There's a block by Andréane. Prevent it from going on goal, and she tries to break out, gets the puck out. Okay, Breton looked to put a little pressure on with little time left in the period. Oh. Shot and a nice save by Bailey. Down to the Cape Breton side. And the goalie decides to freeze it. So we're going to have a face-off deep in the Blizzard zone. And Brooklyn Boudreau is there. She's ready for the draw. Isla Perrin on her left, and on her right, M. Vandermeer. Puck's in the corner. A nice pinch by Kira. And Cape Breton gets it out of the zone. Noelle's going to circle back. She's got her head up the whole time, looks for her partner Kira, and a nice pass, and in comes Red. That hits the mesh, it was tipped. And we'll have another face-off. There's 1:05 left in the first period. Girls have got the right idea of passing the puck to get up the ice here. No doubt looking to get some shots on the net. Back to Isla. Isla flicks it in. Those little shots, you're looking to hit a player, a leg, a skate, a stick, anything. Those are tough ones to stop. Cape Breton now, down the other side. Here's a shot, wide. And it comes around. Sophie's got a beat on that, and she's a nice pass to Gwyneth, who's streaking up the middle. Gwyneth. Yes, over to Molly. Here's a shot, and they score! Oh, with 29 seconds left. Beautiful pass to start it to Gwyneth. And I believe that is Ryan Whitehead. She's got a dangerous snipe from there. That'll go in most times when she releases it. And she's got her team up 1-0 with 29 seconds left. The old saying, you don't want to give up a goal with 1 minute left, or within a minute, or in the first minute of the period. Those are deflating goals, so good on Metro to get that first one as they try to close out the period here. Bailey just smartly decides to freeze that with 5 seconds left. Metro with the first big goal, Roy. What do you think? Great
to see.
Yes. On the ice to close this period, we got 5 seconds left. Molly James. Ryan's back there. Gwyneth. Probably gonna skate back, and she'll smartly keep the puck. And that is the end of the first period. Your Metro West Red is up 1-0 on Cape Breton.
It's the best I've seen them play this year. Actually, this period.
So you can tell the Red is really trying to put in application what they've been practicing. They're trying to break out with passes. And you could see that develop as the period got old. And that was the result of the first goal. As mentioned, we've got 2 periods of 15 and then 1:20. And too early to talk about overtime, but if you're wondering what happens after that, they play 4-on-4 for 1 5-minute period, and they play 3-on-3 for the other. As the teams are receiving their feedback and instructions from their coaches, and the goalies are back in the net, and we are ready for period number 2 in this best of 3 series. Tied at 1. Ryan's lined out to start the second period with Molly and Gwyneth. On the back end, we've got Noelle Peck and Kira Karp.
46 people. Turn it into TSN here.
I'm told by my trusted camera person, Roy Vandermeer, this morning, we've got 46 people tuning into the game online. So I hope you guys are enjoying the game and having a good Sunday so far. Spring-like weather, or melting weather, I should say, in Metro this last couple of days. And Metro Red, though, wants no part of looking forward to spring. They want to keep their winter hockey season alive here, and they're 2 periods away from doing it, so they'll look to continue their strong play here in the second, as they've got the puck deep. Here comes Gwyneth. Putting a little pressure on, see if they can hold that in. A little bit of a rugby pile there. Okay, Breton circles back. And Sinclair, I believe, 36. She rushes the puck up. Gwyneth lost an edge, and it's in the corner, deep. I believe that's Kira. And she will do her best to keep it on the boards there. Okay, Breton wiggles it free to the front. Bailey was ready for that. That was a dangerous-looking opportunity. Back to the point. Here's a shot with the tip. Bailey's, and they score finally. Cape Breton with a goal early in the second period. Couple of shots, couple of rebounds. And Cape Breton answers back. Lots of game, and the beauty of sports puts you in these situations where nothing is going to be easy. You know both teams want it today, so you keep playing. We're tied at 1, and Isla Parrott shoots it in, and she goes after her own dump in. Brooklyn trying to get there first. Isla doing her best to keep that in. That's going to get out. Sophie back to get it. And Cape Breton player gets the puck. Sophie now with it again. Sees Brooklyn. Brooklyn, yes, over to M. She skates over center. She's got the puck on her stick. Her brand new stick, Roy, right? Because didn't she snap one? No,
I didn't buy a new one.
You didn't buy a new one. Okay. So she's playing with her backup stick, but she's playing well. And Sawyer, with a Cape Breton player on her back, circles and dumps it out in the neutral zone. Both teams moving the puck well on the back end, looking to get the 5-person unit in the opposing zone. Here's Sawyer, I believe. She gets control. 2 Cape Breton players come to her, and she's got M, who smartly dumps it in as her line's coming to the end of their shift. So we've got a new line on the ice. We've got Natalie's line. Natalie, as Metro, missing a player there. You might have heard the parents. So we've got Natalie DeBay's line out. She's got Kaylee Munden with her. And I believe that is Ryan Whitehead as well. Here's a come in. Kira. Back to Noelle. Noelle dumps it in deep. Natalie Circles around. She's in the corner. To the front of the net. Here's a shot just wide. A lot of traffic in front of the net. We get to Breton defense. Walker. She banks it off the board and out. Natalie smartly over to Noelle. Noelle with her head up. She doesn't like what she sees on her side, so she goes to the other side. Sophie with a smart pass to Natalie, and Natalie is going to dump that in. And Metro changing quickly. Here comes Gwyneth, here comes Isla, and here comes Molly on the forward line. Isla and Sophie back on defense. Isla sees a little bit of opening. And Gwyneth. Oh, intercepted by Molly. To the net with the puck. She's looking back. Isla's got the puck. She's looking for an opening. 2 Cape Breton players on her. Ooh, I believe that sounded like post, Roy.
Sure did.
Yeah. Those are dangerous floaters. Cape Breton behind the net. And we have a whistle. And the net is off. As Metro doing a good job of not going to the box. Last night, I believe we had 5 or 6 penalties. So, playoff hockey, got to stay disciplined. As we have a face-off deep in Metro zone. As they get the net back. Bailey doing the little fixins around her net just as goalies like them. She's ready to go. She taps her post. On the draw is Natalie, I believe. And I'm going by look and allure. I believe that's Natalie in the circle. And Malloy is out with her. And Kaylee Munden. Looks like Andréanne and Paige on defense. Deep in Metro zone. Face off. Oh, Cape Breton gets a quick shot off the draw. As Sawyer sees a streaking teammate and is deep in the Cape Breton zone. Here comes Kaylee Munden. Trimmed around the boards. And Paige is going to get it back. Paige with a nice little dipsy doodle and a pass over. And Metro will look to. And we've got a referee with her lineup, or with her hand up. Looks like we have a second power play coming up. Could it be? I believe so.
What's that? Interference or boarding?
Yeah. It's penalty for Cape Breton. Penalty for Cape Breton. I did. Boarding. Might have been boarding. We're interactive with the fans here, Roy. Here's Ryan on the draw. She wins the draw. Goes to the corner. Gwyneth is battled below us here. On the points, we got Kira and Noelle. And Red is going to walk that fine line of battling without crossing the line, because you know, as this is a second Cape Breton penalty. I have to tell my wife to sit down. Always trying to get into the shot here, right? As I was saying, Cape Breton's got a player in the box. They got 1:30 left to kill. So in the game of penalties, you got to walk that fine line of being aggressive and not pick up the next penalty. So here we go. Power play. Molly. It's back to Kira. Nice little pass over to Noelle. Noelle, head up. Back to her buddy. Here's a shot. Oh, right on the net. Molly's around there, as she does so well. She had a goal last night. Gwyneth gets upended, and she maintains her discipline. They'll get back at it. So we got change on defense. Paige Devani comes out with Isla Eddy as the forwards stay on. Ryan digs in for the face-off. Cape Breton gets control and dumps it down. That'll be all the way down to our end. Paige has got Isla set. She's got the pass, and Isla just missed Gwyn with the pass out, and that'll come back out of the Cape Breton zone and down past Bailey. Isla to Paige. Paige up to Natalie. Natalie with a nice pass over to Sawyer. And the Red will look to set up now. Over to Paige. Paige has got an opening here. With a shot on goal. Kaylee's in the vicinity. And as I mentioned, any questionable borderline call will go against us probably. The next one, and there it is Kaylee. Judging by the reaction of the fans, was a questionable call.
Some seem to think so.
But of course, we are a little biased here in our perch.
Slightly.
I did not see the play as one of the blind spots from where we're standing. So we're going to have a little bit of 4-on-4 for 24 seconds. And then Cape Breton will go on the power play. Bailey calmly snatches that one out of midair. And face-off will be to her right. Natalie DeBay's in there for the face-off, and I believe Sawyer is with her. Kira and Noelle are back out there. Kira back to Noelle. Eight minutes left in the second period. And Bailey calmly gets the puck and freezes it for another face-off. That'll give Red a chance to change the forward line. Molly James and Ryan Whitehead come out. And the defense pairing stays the same for another couple of seconds here to come. Ryan digs in. Cape Breton gets the draw. 79's on there. She's got the shot. Pass it over to her partner, and Bailey saw that all the way. They'll have a face-off to her left. Cape Breton with the draw. She looks around, over to her partner. Molly steps up into her a little bit. Shot saved by Bailey. Bailey says, "Let me get that." No whistle, no whistle. And Red gets control, outskates Noelle. She smartly dumps it in, and here she comes. And we're going to switch over to a Cape Breton power play now for 1:04. Ryan battling on the boards. Noelle trying to keep it in there as long as she can, killing valuable seconds off the clock. And again, Ryan and Noelle killing a lot of time off that power play. We're down to 48 seconds. And Sophie recoups, and she is going to zip it down. That'll be right on the goalie as 79 Scott outlets to her winger. And Cape Breton looks to mount an attack here. 30 seconds left. That was tipped. And Bailey seeing the puck well again today. Keeping her team in the game. Keeping her team in the game as a good goalie does. She's been doing that all year. And we've got Brooklyn. Wins the draw, and Metro will get control. That is down on the net, and here comes Captain Gwyneth forcing a face-off deep in Cape Breton zone. Good job, Metro, killing off the power play. We've got 6 minutes, 42 seconds left. Brooklyn in on the draw. She looks to apply some pressure, keep it in there. We've got 9 seconds left on the power play. Intercepted by Isla, and we are back to fives. So regular strength both sides. We got 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes left in the second period. Adrian over to the other side. That's Sophie and Isla. Looks to flick it in, and she shot that before the center ice line, so that'll be icing, and that'll come all the way back to Metro. For defense, we've got Paige and Adrienne on the back end. Natalie is out with Sawyer and Kaylee, I believe, deep in our zone. Won by Natalie. Adrienne's got the puck up to, and that'll get just out, yes. SK Breton thought it was onside, put it back in, and that will be offside. Here we go. Natalie with another face-off win as Metro gains control. Adrienne over to Paige. We are more than halfway through the second period. 5 minutes, 30 left, and that puck is going to squirt out to the neutral zone as Scott circles back and gets control of it. Paige has a look with a nice pass to Sawyer, who loses control of it, gets it back. Nobody home on the other side. So Scott skates, and Kaylee does a good job of making sure she goes nowhere. Oh, intercepted. In front. Oh, just wide. Dangerous shot by Cape Breton. And Bailey calmly scoops it up and holds it. A capacity crowd on our side of the rink, Roy, is it not?
Sorry?
Standing room only here.
Yes.
On our side of the
Correct.
Stands. As,
quiet over there.
And we've got, as you would see, you have good support. We see some girls of the U13, I believe, are here, and other girls from other levels. Very supportive of each other, which is great to see. That's the spirit of sport. SK Breton wins the draw, and that comes back. Shot on, and Noel over to Kira, but that's intercepted to the front of the net. Blocked, as Red doing their best of blocking those shots. Back to the point.
Whoa.
Oh, and that sounded like post again. And Ryan with a neat little pass up to Molly. See if we can break out. No, that's intercepted, and we circle back. Kira looks up. She doesn't like what she sees. She circles back, banks it off to Noel, who will do the same. Breton doing a good job of forechecking. That gets out by Ryan, and Gwyneth doing her best. Okay, Breton player squirts away. It's intercepted as Isla comes out on the ice with Sophie. Shot on the net, held by Bailey, and we have a stoppage in play with 3 minutes, 29 seconds left. Deep in Metro zone. I believe that is the Brooklyn line. So we would have Isla Parrott and M. Vandermeer out. And on the back end, I believe Isla Eddy and Sophie O'Connell, who outlets to M. M's in there. She's 1-on-4. She's looking to keep it deep, just below us here. Let's see if we can. Metro got a goal late in the first period. They would love to do the same here. Isla Eddy will be back. And I say her last name again because the other Isla's on the ice, Isla Parrott. Around the net. It's kept away from danger. And here comes M up the side of the boards, trying to get it out. Sophie will bank it off the glass and out. And some Metro Red players are headed for a change. And we've got a bit of a line change going on here as 79 walks in with a shot. Nice pad save by Bailey. Those low shots are hard to stop. Over. They're going to look to feed her again. There's another save by Bailey as Kaylee. See what she's got here. She calmly puts it to the boards, and Natalie tries to pursue. Natalie's going to be in there. To the front. Shot! Oh! Nice save by Mitten, number 29 in the Cape Breton goal. There's Metro's best chance of the period. Here comes Natalie again. She's got a little room. Decides to shoot it. Little rebound. As they dig for the puck. Puck was there to be had, and the net just come off this mooring. We have a stoppage in play. Those greasy rebounds, Roy, those are the ones you want.
Sitting there teed up.
Metro look to have a player get to the net. We've got 1:44 left. Adrian and Paige are on the back end. We got Molly, Ryan, and Gwyneth. And Metro will look to keep it as Adrian has the puck. Ryan, strong on her stick. As Metro looks to get back in deep. Here comes Ryan circling. She's got the puck. Over to Molly. Big Brett intercepts and out they come. Adrian with a good stick check. And Ryan decides to zip it in. And here comes Molly. Gwyneth's got the puck now. Noel passes it over to Kira. Shot. Wide of the goal, and Cape Breton looks to intercept, but with a good stick, here comes Kira. Shot high. We got 45 seconds left to this period, and that should be an icing call. As linesman blows it down. A little bit of pressure here by Metro late in the period, and they will have a face-off with 40 seconds left to the left of number 29. Maybe inspired by Marc-Andre Fleury. Didn't he play? He played with Screaming Eagles, and he wore number 29. Yeah. Here we go. Natalie's on the draw. Kaylee Munden in the corner. Puck up in the air. Natalie didn't realize where it was at. Noel keeps it in deep. As Kaylee Munden comes down, line pressure, and Cape Breton is going to look to outlet to center ice. Oh, she forgets the puck. And Kira's got a little time and space. She'll look back. Neat little pass to Gwyneth, or to Natalie. Cape Breton, however, gets it back, and that will do it for the second period. We're tied at 1 here at the Greenfoot Energy Center. We'll be back for the third period in about 10-15 minutes. Vandermeer is continuing his tradition of dancing to the arena music. He's got good moves, Roy. As both teams step onto the ice for the third period. We're knotted at ones. We have a 20-minute clock for the third. If you're just joining us, this is game number 3, the best of 3. Breton won last weekend by a score of 1-0 in double overtime, and Metro Red won last night at St. Mary's by a score of 4-1. As you see both teams getting last-second instructions from the bench. Gut check time here. This will become a game of will. Individual puck battles and who wants it the most. Along the boards in front of the net. Little things that count. Here we go. Third period. Molly, Ryan, Gwyneth. And on the back end, Kira and Noel. As Cape Breton gains control right off the draw. Noel looks around, doesn't like what she sees there. So decides to revert to the other side. Metro with the right idea of passing, looking to connect on those passes. Here's a shot by 79. Bailey neatly steers that to the corner. Ryan looks to outlet to Gwyneth. And finally shoots it down the ice. And that is not icing, it is waved off. And Metro will change. Out comes Natalie's line. Sawyer. Mayor Campbell from Cape Breton was 1-on-3 or 4. She loses the puck, and Isla. And she's got Kaylee, who will not catch up to this puck. Cape Breton goalie plays it off to her right. Metro still with the puck, and that'll get out.
The Inferno coaching staff has been downstairs watching this game.
So we got a couple of coaches from other teams in here enjoying this game, watching this game, seeing how it turns out. Isla gets knocked over. Stick is flipped. And Bailey is dialed in, you can tell, in the net following the play. As Metro tries to get it out here. Cape Breton still with the puck. Gets it in deep. Out to the point, to the shot. And there's a penalty coming up to Red as both referees have their arm up. And as she touches it, Isla, I believe, will be heading to the box for 2 minutes. So we've got a power play for Cape Breton. Kira Noel on the back end with Gwyneth and Ryan killing the penalty up front. 79's got that good shot. No doubt that her teammates are looking to set her up eventually as she looks for open space. Here comes Bailey with a nice save, square to the puck, no rebound. That's what you want. 1:40 left in the power play for Cape Breton. I was told the U13 AAA team is playing here afterwards. We were enjoying the second period, and there's some other girls from other teams for Metro. Oh, and there's a shot to the net. Bailey, very aware, stretching and keeping that puck out of harm's way. Again, it's great to see the support of different teams for each other. As Ryan leans in for the face-off, Breton wins that one back to the point. Ryan blocks that. Applies a little pressure. Stretch pass. Kay Breton looks to enter the zone, but good work by Captain Gwyneth there to intercept, and Noel calmly dumps it down the ice. Here comes Paige and Sophie. Sophie in there. A nice little effort, and she's got the puck, and she sees some white ice and decides to zip it down. Killing valuable seconds. We're down to 45 seconds on the Kay Breton power play. Kay Breton. Pass up the sideboards. And Sophie will look to do the same here. Stops the entry, and Natalie gets in there. Killing valuable time. Louise Sinclair, 36. Gets in there with a shot. Natalie will make sure, or try to make sure that it gets out. It doesn't, but Sophie will. So she skates it over center and guides the puck deep in the zone. We are nearing the end of the Kay Breton power play. We're back to 5-on-5 now. So let's see if the girls can corral the puck here and set it up. A little bit of ping pong, comes down to Bailey. Kira with a stretch pass up to Gwyneth. Loses control. And down past the Kay Breton goalie it goes. We get a 2-on-2 battle in the corner. It comes out to the point. Noelle looking for her partner Kira, who to the net, wide. Oh, we get a shot on the net, saved by the goalie, and out skates the Blizzard. Rims it around. Noelle's in there with M. M gets control of the puck momentarily, comes behind the net. That'll be a Noelle to Kira pass. And Kira off the glass and down, and that'll be icing as they change. A wholesale change for Red. On defense, we've got Sophie and Isla Eddy. And up front, we got Isla Parrott. M and Brooklyn will lead into the draw. Boudreau wins it. Important face-off win for Metro. And that is missed. And a questionable icing call, if I may.
Yeah.
A little biased broadcasting. And they will do it over again. See if Brooklyn can turn the trick twice here. Those defensive zone face-offs are going to get more and more important as the period wears on. Kay Breton gets that one. Rebound, shot from the point rebound, controlled now by Metro. Campbell. That is blocked, and that may swivel loose, yes, or scribble out of the zone. That is offside. And we change the forward line. So comes Natalie's line. Sawyer on her left. And she's also flanked by Kaylee Munden on her right. Kay Breton gains control. And they dump it down. And this is going to be an icing call against Kay Breton. Will come all the way back to the right of the Kay Breton goalie. As Paige and Oliane come onto the ice as a new D pair. Interesting choice of song. The song, I think, is Anxiety, is it not? The title. So a little bit of nerves, I'm sure, on both sides as the period wears on. Adrian's in there to try to keep it in, and she does. We've got a couple of teammates in there battling, trying to keep it deep, and they do. Oh, that came towards the net on the stick of Kaylee Munden, but out now. And here comes Kay Breton. And they go in deep. Paige Devani using her stick. There's a nice pass. Kaylee's got a little bit of room to skate. Let's see what she does. Bumped off the puck by Sinclair. Natalie's there first. And Cape Breton comes up with the puck. We got Noelle and Kira on the back end. Kira does a nice job to keep that in. And they do. It's still in there. Here's a shot. By Kaylee Munden. Cape Breton goalie catches that and keeps it. We're down to 12:55 left in the third period. This is game 3 of a best of 3. Winner goes on to provincials in Kentville, Nova Scotia at the end of the month. Hosted by Valley, obviously. Inferno's in there with Metro West Blue. And Fundy earned their berth with a playoff win over Quad County. Metro Red looking to do the same today. As the puck comes loose, Noelle calmly intercepts the puck, stops. Over to Kira. Little hesitation there. And she flips it off the boards and down. New D pair coming onto the ice, Isla Eddy and Sophie. And we've got the Brooklyn line on. Sophie aggressively skating to the puck. Nice little move. There she sees Brooklyn cutting through. Tries to hit her with a pass. Intercepted. That's blocked by Sophie. I think she's got that in her gear somewhere. And that'll stop the play. As they've retrieved the puck from Sophie's gear, she stays on with Isla. Natalie DeBay leans into the circle for the face-off, and she wins the draw. Good job by Natalie. Isla Eddy's got 2 players with her, but she comes up with the puck. Sophie looking to take the streaking player, but that's not out of the zone. It's Campbell, number 6 for Cape Breton, looks around. Pass it to the point. They get 79 on the backside there. So they're looking to get it back to her. As Bailey deflects that with her blocker up into the net, and that'll stop play. Changes on both sides coming. We've got the Whitehead line out with LeBlanc and James. Devani and Gallant on defense. To the left of Bailey. Ryan leans in, she's ready. Well, bad hop off the side, and Andrienne gets it out to the half boards. Molly James. It's intercepted and back down in the corner. To the net, Bailey steers that back. As they battle in the corner, and there's a whistle. Out of my line of sight, but I assume all is well. As it keep 5-on-5. Face off to the right of Bailey. Ryan. Ooh, there's a rebound. Page looks to get it. Yes, and they finally do. Here comes Ryan. She's got somebody draped all over her. She keeps going. Voice is strong as she battles through. Oh, right to the net. Just some plain persistence by Ryan as she shoveled that puck into the goal and got a stoppage in play for her team deep in the Cape Breton zone. We've got Noelle and Kira on the back end. Kaylee, Sawyer, and Natalie DeBay. We've got 10 minutes, 25 seconds left in the third period. There's a nice pass over. And Natalie, here we go. Sawyer gets it in deep. And Natalie will be looking for her teammate. She sees no one, so she circles it back. Cycles in the corner. I believe that's Sawyer. You can hear the parents saying, shoot. Metro looking to get a shot on the net. Comes back to Kira. That's blocked in the slot. As Kay Breton skates out with the puck, and they look to change. That'll get out of the zone. Kay Breton with fresh legs on the ice. And the puck is going back and forth here as we look to settle it down. Isla Eddy back to Sophie. Sophie with a neat little pass to Sawyer. Sawyer gets it out. You might have heard my friend Roy. You thought maybe there'd be a little too many girls on the ice there, but we avoided that one as Kaylee Munden pursues. Kay Breton defender gets there first, and it comes up the sideboards with a neat pass to the middle. Kay Breton to the corner. A blind pass to the backside. Em intercepts that. And Brooklyn, yes, she pokes it free. Brooklyn keeps going. And she won't beat that last defender. As Paige Devani gets it and steps up. Adrienne and Paige on the back end now. There's Gwyneth. Looks to intercept. The Breton player skates past her. Adrienne stops her on the sideboard. Comes back to the point. Kay Breton looks to keep it in deep. To the other side. Paige with a neat little how she going, and she banks it off and into the neutral zone. Brooklyn's looking for a change, and I would assume that is offside for icing. We're down to 8:03 left in the third period. Game 3 from the Greenfoot Energy Center in Bedford. Blizzard and Metro West Red. They're knotted at 1. With 8 minutes left to play. Noel being pursued by number 10 Fogarty. To the other side, a little more room, and Gwyneth. Kay Breton doing a good job of forechecking, but the pass comes through to, and it squirts back to Kira, trying to get that through. Volleys to the net. Noel got it. A lot of bodies in front of the net. We got somebody behind here. And just wide. Bailey aggressive out of her net. Shot right on the mask. The all-important mask save by Bailey. Her good hard shot by 79. And Metro weathers that storm. Quick check by Molly James. She's got the puck, and she decides to dump and change. So we got fresh legs on. Sawyer with Natalie and Kaylee. We're down under 7 minutes to go. Kay Breton lobs it over, and that'll be an icing call.
Bailey took that one straight off the mask.
Bailey got that one straight off the mask. And she keeps her team at 1. Deep in the Kay Breton zone. Natalie strong on the dot. And we look to get control. Kay Breton intercepts. They come up the ice. Number 9 had a bit of speed there, but it's thwarted by Red. Sophie behind her own net. Kaylee, what do you got there, bud? There you go. Up he comes, he's got a player draped on her. That would have, as a biased parent, that was a penalty, I believe. Blocked by Sawyer. And Natalie. And the puck comes back down. Andrian will retrieve, and here comes the forward-checking Cape Bretoner. Andrian with a good little turn. Oh! And it'll come out. Ryan. Oh, to the net! That's the way you do it. Good chance. And obviously now we're getting into territory where it'll have to be a pretty drastic infraction to get a penalty, I believe. Roy, what do you think?
I think so.
Yeah. So we are deep in the Cape Breton zone. Ryan's line is out there. Win it. Molly, Noel, Kira. 5:24 left. We're knotted at ones. This is game 3. And Kira will be back. And we've got a forechecking white jersey. And Ryan to the puck first. She'll dump it in. Here comes Molly. Funny little corner there in that right corner, Roy. Yeah? Puck seems to bounce, and then Molly was victim of a bad bounce. Cape Breton gets the puck. But it's not out. Kira, good little stick check. She still has control. Around the net. Nobody home. Red doing a good job of keeping deep. And Kira low on fuel. She comes off, and Isla Eddie's on there now. There's Noel, and Noel will look to do the same. Here comes Sophie. Isla's up. Shot. Whoa, just wide. She's got a good one. As Sawyer sees the open ice. Cape Breton back to retrieve. Natalie pursuing her. Kaylee turned over in the high slot. Nice little move by Sophie. She decides to put it in deep. Here comes Paige. Here comes Andrian. Ryan is still on there. Or just came on, and she is there with Sawyer. Over to Andrian. Hits Ryan up in the neutral zone. Ryan's going to look to get that deep. Intercepted by Red. Oh, they're in their own way there. We're down to 3 minutes, 28 seconds. As the puck comes out, Paige will corral back. Oh. Misfired. And it's held by Bailey. There's quite a crowd here enjoying this game. We're getting down to crunch time for sure. It's 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. Deep in Metro zone. Noel. And Kira back on the defensive side of things. Kira. Just before the center line, so that'll come back. And the coach is questioning the icing call at this stage of the game. So on the ice, we've got M. Vandermeer. We've got Brooklyn. We've got Isla Parrott. We've got Kira and Noel. Brooklyn looks to win an important draw here with 2 minutes, 44 seconds left. How are your nerves? How are your nerves, Roy? Pretty good? Very good. Exciting game here. Knotted at 1. Late in the third period. What about the icing call?
Yeah, oh yeah, I noticed that.
So the discussion has been had at the bench with the refs, and Metro decides to change the forward line. So Natalie will step in for the draw with Sawyer and Kaylee. Here we go. 2:44 left. That'll come back to the point. Little pressure. That's way wide. Okay, Breton looks to feed the defense. She's trying to get it through. It hits the body and deflects to the corner. It's in the blind spot, but battle in the corner here. It comes out to Kira. And in the feet of Natalie, I believe it was, so Breton keeps it in. A little back pass. Neat, nicely blocked by Kaylee Munden. And you can tell the Breton team looking to feed 79 on the back end. Kira with a bit of time, but persistent little forechecker. And we got a stoppage in play. We got a tripping call against Cape Breton. A late power play. Let's see what the girls got in store here for late game heroics. A tripping call. Every girl on Metro Red is standing. I would assume Cape Breton's doing the same. 2 minutes penalty on the clock. 1:49 left on the game clock. Here's the face-off win. Gwyneth with the puck to the net. Cape Breton will look to get that out, but Isla's got that all day at the point. Over to Paige. Paige with a nice pass to the slot area. Comes back to Paige. Paige sizes it up. Girls looking to move the puck, trying to get it through to the net. There it is. That was a nice little shot. Hit a body, and we'll try to redo it. Here comes the Cape Breton player. Cape Breton with the puck now. We're going to look to kill valuable time. As Paige, once again. Oh, that will sneak through and go all the length of the ice for an icing call. Doesn't get much better than this. Late in the third period, we're knotted at 1. We were expecting a close game. Got Ryan's line out there, and Noel off the line in, skates the puck out. It's been a close series. Noel looked to connect with one of her teammates. Did not receive the pass, and it comes all the way back down, and they'll try to reload. Natalie back to help her defense. That hits the leg. Cape Breton doing a good job of closing in on the puck. Forechecker, nice neat little flip up to Natalie. Skates it to a neutral end. She's deep in the Cape Breton zone. We got 26 seconds left on the power play. 10 seconds left on the game clock. And that will come all the way down. And that'll be it for the period. We are going to go to overtime this morning at the Greenfoot Energy Center to decide the winner of Game 3 and who gets the right to proceed to provincial.
And then 3-on-3.
Yeah.
How are we on 3-on-3? They can't keep up with those speeds?
So we've got overtime coming up, so I don't believe they're going to flood the ice.
No, I don't think so.
So again, maybe I should have zipped my mouth earlier in the game when I explained that overtime is 4-on-4 for 5 minutes. And then we've got, or for,
Sudden death.
and then we've got a period of 3-on-3 if the score is still tied. Is it 5 minutes or 15 minutes? Might be 15 minutes, Roy.
I thought it was 5. It was 5 in the
Thought it was 5.
first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 5.
So Metro did a little practicing of the 3-on-3 earlier this week. I'm sure both teams did. It's a whole different game when you're 4-on-4 or 3-on-3. Too bad to see one of these teams will have to end their season after such a closely contested game. Even last night's game was close. Breton did have a couple of nice opportunities last night. Anything can happen in a one-game scenario, and anything can happen in sudden death overtime. So if you're viewing in from home, make sure to send your good vibes to Metro Red. As friends and families are tuning in here, they're just ahead of us, and they are very supportive of their group and looking to explode in cheer with a goal here. Let's see if Metro Red can turn the tables on Cape Breton in overtime from last weekend.
Can we get 11 seconds of power play?
So we still have a power play as both teams finish receiving their instructions and step out to the ice. You'll see that Cape Breton's got 3 white shirts out there to Metro's 4. We have a 10 or 11 second power play. Let's see what happens here. Ryan gets the draw back. And Sophie receives the puck from Isla. There's a nice pass by Soph. Gwyneth over to the middle. And Cape Breton gets the puck back. And now we're 4-on-4. As Isla Eddy gets the puck and she can go. Doesn't like what she sees, circles back. She spots Captain Gwyneth, who's got the puck now. Over to Sophie. Ryan will come off, and on comes Natalie DeBay. Kira and Noelle. Kira looks to fend off the forechecking Cape Breton player who's looking for a teammate, Melbourne home, to help her. Finally, Kira gets the puck. Neat little flip. And here comes Red. Just out of the reach of Natalie. Natalie, does she have a step? Shot. Whoa! We saw the puck in white ice in the net there, but nobody was there for the rebound. Here's a shot by Noelle. Hits the leg. Indeed, it is a 5-minute overtime period, 4-on-4. As they've adjusted the time. And Sawyer, very persistent. You can tell she wants to get in there and make something happen. As Cape Breton comes up the sideboard with the puck. Cape Breton now with the puck. Skates over the blue Metro blue line. Bailey with a save. And that will get out. And over to 79, who skates it in. Bailey decides that she's going to freeze it. And hold on to it. 3:03 left in the first overtime period. Ryan and Molly are out as forwards. Ryan leans in on the dot. Isla Eddy and Sophie O'Connell back on defense. Sophie, patient, over to Isla. It's Ryan, but off her stick and back down deep in Metro zone. Sophie with a nice little deke. Oh, and there she goes. Got some white ice. Let's see who's with her. Molly's got the puck in deep. And Sophie. A strong rush, so she comes off and Kira Carver comes on. Okay, Breton now with control. Isla. Betty with a nice anticipation. With nice anticipation, steps up and blocks that shot. And relieves the pressure. And here comes Kay Breton again, over the blue line. Two of them. Gwyneth read that all the way, but she loses the puck. Kay Breton comes in. Noelle takes her to the corner. And Natalie up against St. Clair. She's going to step on her. Natalie's so persistent. She's got the puck now. She's looking to set it up. Yes. Whoa! And a nice little give and go. Nice little give and go. Back to Natalie. And the Cape Breton goalie with a nice save. No rebound. I can tell you, folks, it is much easier to play than to watch in terms of nerves. I'm not saying it's easier to play, but it's a little less nervy when you're on the ice, I guess, is what I should say. You can tell the parents and friends and family here are on the edge of their seats as the puck is passed to Noelle. They lose control. And Kay Breton, led by the 79 Scott, she weaves her way up the ice. She's looking to unleash her shot. They stop. Kira reverses. And Kay Breton. What do we got here? What do we got here? Molly. Good anticipation. And almost at a step there on the defender. As it dribbles back to Isla. Sophie will support her partner. And that sound means we are done the first overtime, and we will go to a second overtime period of 5 minutes, 3-on-3. Just like the Olympics. And a lot of people, I think, would agree. 3-on-3 is a whole different game, and anything can happen, obviously. And we saw the men's team the victim of a 3-on-3 loss, so it is a very different game. So you keep sending those good vibes to Metro West Red here as they get their instructions from the bench. Looks like we're going to have Natalie, Ryan, and Kira to start. Bailey is in her zone in the net. And I believe we've got a shootout, if I'm not mistaken, after this, if it ever stayed tied at once. So here we go. There's lots of open space. Kira calmly, like she's playing pond hockey, calmly circles back. No one there to get her bank. And that'll come back down deep in Metro zone. It's been a close series. If you're just joining us, Cape Breton won the first one, 1-0 in double overtime. Red beat them last night 4-1, and here we are in double OT. Up the ice, Natalie DeBay up the left side. Ryan's on the point. Natalie, smart hockey player, looks around. Strong on the boards. Comes down to Kira. Which are red control. And Ryan is going to look to leave the ice. And Kira as well. So Gwyneth comes on, and Natalie applies a little bit of pressure as Isla Eddy is on the ice with Captain Gwyneth. Good stick check by Natalie on the way back for a line change. We've got a capacity crowd on our side of the rink here watching this game, enjoying this one. I hope you're enjoying this one at home. Molly James looks around. As the game is different, you can't always go forward. You got to circle back. Try to keep some control here, 3-on-3. Back to Isla Eddy. Those are keeping that triangle formation. Comes off the Cape Breton player. And we've got a 1-on-1 here. Waiting for her line mates to come back on. Back to the point. It comes. Isla's got that. Back to the point. She sizes up the situation. And what do we got here? We're going to have an icing call, I believe. An icing call, and that'll come all the way back down to Metro's side. 2 minutes, 50 seconds on the game clock. Period numero 5. We are 3-on-3, double overtime. And Ryan, strong on the face-off shot, but the puck does come to the point. Cape Breton dumps it to the corner. Noelle's in there battling. And she comes up with the puck. Noelle sidesteps. And Natalie. Just a shadow on the forecheck. Late in the game. It's great to see. But here comes Cape Breton again. And the lines person helping us out there. And Natalie's up 1-on-1. She's got the puck. Here's a shot. Wide. Would have been assisted by the lines person. Cape Breton corrals the puck behind their own net. And we've got 79, dishes it off and steps off the ice. We got a 1-on-2. So back to the point it goes. Shot. Wide to Bailey. Kira. What do we got here, Kira? Here we go. A little bit of ice. 1-on-1. And loses the puck. Here's a break for Cape Breton. Oh, and a save by Bailey now. Big save. Big save here. Let's see what that can do for Red here. You want a pressure save, Roy? There's a pressure save. She's seeing she bangs her post, lets her teammates know she's in the game. Big saves usually lead to big goals. Let's see what we got here. There's another save. Bailey, strong in overtime. We're down under a minute, 57 seconds left. Ryan's already at her post for the face-off. Isla Eddy's out there as well. And Molly James, Ryan, neatly wins the draw. Cape Breton, Campbell looking around. Back to the point, Sinclair with a shot. Wide. Molly will use the net as a protection, and up she goes. She's got a little bit of speed. Here comes Molly through the middle. She's got Ryan with her. She looked to keep it deep, keep control. With 30 seconds left. And the Cape Breton player goes to change. No, she doesn't. Look at Ryan trying to lift a stick. And Cape Breton will shoot it down the ice. That'll be icing with 10 seconds left. Face-off deep in Cape Breton's zone. I thought, but we are going to reconvene as Natalie steps into the dock. Cape Breton gets hold of the puck. And Bailey will have to freeze that with 2.7 seconds left. How are your nerves? How are your nerves? As the goalie mom looks back and towards the sky. And as Kaylee skates that around, we are going to a shootout. How about that save on the breakaway?
Incredible. Incredible.
Bailey sending the message. She's in it to win it. Let's see if her teammates can pot one here for her. Fans getting treated to a great hockey game. Very close. Not a great way to decide a game. But I guess the fair part of it all is that it's not a great way to decide a game for either team. So these are the rules. This is what we're doing.
Got you doing the
There he is.
There's the OG, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
How are you guys?
Steve McLennan, his daughter is playing afterwards. He's here to support Red. A lot of capable players on both sides. No doubt Cape Breton will be sending in number 79,
No doubt there.
as she is already on the ice.
Oh, is she? Okay. Ready to go. I mean, they're shooting first.
She may be even one of their first shooters. And the girls hanging their sticks. Friends and family getting into it here too as well. We've got a shootout for all the marbles. Winner of this game goes to provincials at the end of March in Kentville.
3-on-3 is a skating contest. It's not a passing, it's skating at this level.
Provincials to be held in Kentville at the end of the month. A lot at stake here in this shootout. Coaches have set their orders. We'll look to see who gets first shot. Girls have not been in a shootout to my knowledge this season. They haven't had to. And the first one out for Metro is Paige Devani. That's a nifty move, and she's got a nice snipe. Here comes Paige. She moves in. And it's wide.
Nice try.
No goal. Tried to change speeds, and the Cape Breton goalie followed her. And guess who it is for Cape Breton? They're sending out Scott. Here she comes. Bailey's dialed in. She shoots wide. Woo! shoots wide. And I can tell you from experience, Bailey's seeing the puck well. Just watching her play. She's seeing the puck well, and that's as good as a save. Big in the net. Here comes Isla. Isla Eddy. That's a good shot. Oh, and she hits the post. She hits the post. She hits the post for Metro's second shot. Here's Cape Breton's second shot. 5 shots aside. Still moving in. Bailey's got that all day. All day Bailey's got that. Haley Munden is number 3 for Metro. Some of the players, or some of the spectators have got their heads down. They can't even watch. Here comes Kaylee. And she tries to go, blocker side. Cape Breton goalie got her. A lot to carry on your shoulders as shooters in the shootout. So much on the line. Here comes Cape Breton's third shot. And there's a goal. There's a goal by Cape Breton. And that is the winning goal. As it is 3 shooters aside and not 5. And Cape Breton will head to provincials. And Metro West Reds sees their season officially come to an end. Not the result that they were looking for. Girls have a lot to be proud of. I'm sure that's a tough on the bench to watch everybody celebrate on the other side. Their shootouts are unforgiving at the best of times. Are they not?
Ready to sign off?
And we, on that note, as Red steps onto the ice to shake hands, we wish you a happy Sunday. And we applaud the girls for their season, for their efforts. And we want to thank all the coaching staff. Everybody worked behind the scenes, including my buddy Roy and Kelly as manager, and everybody else that contributed to the season. We thank you very much for your volunteering time. And we wish everybody a good day. Take care.